hold up, bah, hold up, gang, 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 hold up, bah, 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 hold up, swoop, swat, dang, hold up, bah, turn up to the max, hold up, woo.
What is up, YouTube? This is Vapebiz001 coming at you guys with another video. I'm here to talk about the Herakles Plus tank. It's a great tank, great sub-ohm tank if you're getting into cloud chasing but not into those RDAs. This is probably the one for you. It works great. You'll probably love it a lot. I have it on, of course, the Relo RX200. It's a great mod, great battery life. I charged this probably, I'd say a good 12 to 13 hours ago and been puffing on it ever since. I'm running this at 50 watts. As you see, the battery's about a quarter gone. The coil in here is the 0.4 triple wire Kanthal coil. Runs good. This Herakles tank comes with a couple extra goodies. And it comes with one standard Kanthal coil and one stainless steel 316 for temp control, which is great. That coil is gone, so I'm not going to be able to do a review on that one, sadly, but it works great. The temp control on this thing is, I'd say, better than the Snow Wolf. Most times Snow Wolf temp control, it has the auto detect. It just doesn't work very well. This thing doesn't have that auto detect with Kanthal unless you have a stainless steel, titanium, or nickel coil in here. It will not detect. It won't be all janky. Like I said, this is the RX200. It is not the DNA200. The DNA200 is nice, but it's too expensive and it's not worth it just for some e-scribe for your boot up. Like, that's just not worth it. So we're going to take a puff of this Herakles tank. I got her at 50 watts, like I said, 0.1 ohm, and it is at 4.53 volts. So as you can see, for blowing at 50 watts, it does a pretty decent job of blowing those clouds. They're not massive clouds like you get off an RDA, or if you have a, like a 0.2 ohm coil. But at the time for the Herakles, all they have is the 0.4 for Kanthal, 0.2 for the nickel, titanium, and stainless steel. The stainless steel, I'm telling you guys, is perfect. I'm not a big fan of the titanium or nickel. Stainless steel is on point. Works great, guys. It comes in the black or the stainless steel. I got this at vapenw.com, just like I got my Relo RX200, my 3-slot charger, the 4 juices from the D2 to the Cosmic Fog sitting here, of course the Herakles, my batteries, and I think that's it. And it was about $160 for all of it, which is the price of just the DNA 200 mod. Give or take 20 bucks, 30 bucks. But where I was looking, most of the DNAs went for about $130 to $160. So that's really all I have to tell about this. It is a top fill. It comes with your standard 510 drip tip Delrin on the inside. I don't know if it's stainless steel on the outside or not. I'm not positive. You have really good airflow on the top and bottom. I have my airflow on the top wide open, the bottom about 2/3 open. Works great for this this RX200. I think it looks really good with the black, white, and the blue. Like I said, this is made by Relo and Jabo. You got your vent holes on both sides, and you got vent holes on the bottom. Really good air venting, or battery venting. The one problem I've had with this tank is that when it comes to the juice flow control inside of it, you just hold on to the glass and you turn it either way, and your juice flows on the bottom will open and close to your preference of higher VG, higher PG, or a mix of 50-50 both. You can pick where you want to open. This is a higher VG, so I have them closed a little more than halfway, so I'm not completely sucking all my juice down. It works really good. You don't have to have a problem with your juice flow and your coil getting dry. It works perfect. One problem with it though is if you go to fill it and you don't close that off and you go to fill it, it's going to pretty much leak all the juice you just put in there out of the bottom airflows, which I haven't had happen to me. I've had a little bit of leakage. There's some stuck inside of the ring for the bottom airflow, which actually doesn't bother me because it makes the bottom airflow a lot easier to turn. It was a lot harder to turn with that juice flow at the bottom. When you try to adjust that, next you know you've been moving your juice flow. It's kind of annoying. But when you go to fill this, you want to close off your air or your air juice flows. Just can't English today. Close your juice flows off, fill her up, flip her over, and then open it up to release any pressure that's in there. Now that I've talked about that, I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to talk about this mutation like I did the other day. Okay, when I had the mutation the other day, I didn't have this clear cap on top of it. That's so you can, or it helps with your, helps with those flavor chasers and cloud chasers. It cools your vapor, and it has a 510 drip tip connector on it, so you can attach any standard 510 dripper. But I do not like regular 510 drippers on my RDAs. So we're going to screw this on quick. Just like that. And you can unscrew this 510 connector. Just like that. It's just regular, I don't know if it's Delrin or just regular plastic. I'm not positive. But I'm going to attach my regular wide bore drip tip Delrin right to that plastic piece. And as you see, it fits nice. The threads are nice and smooth on this plastic, as well as all the machining. It's a great little piece. I'm not gonna lie, it works great. If you're looking for an RDA that you want to be able to blow those clouds, works perfect. Like I said in my other video, one problem is if you're trying to build your bigger builds, the post holes aren't that big, so you're not gonna be able to fit like your alien infused Claptons or your regular flat fused Claptons. They're not gonna fit. It's just not big enough. You might be able to get it to fit if you kind of flatten out those areas and make them a little smaller, but I don't know how well the connection is going to work after that. We're gonna bump this up to 90 watts, 40 more than we already had, because I have a regular 5-wrap Clapton in here, and it the ramp up time, if you're too low, it takes too long. Even at 90, the ramp up time does take a little second when you're first heating her up. We're gonna drip her real quick. We're gonna use this Apollo Max by Guava Lava, or Guava Lava by Apollo Max. I mean, I don't know, people have been having a controversy about that, but at the same time, the two I have are both Guava Lava, and one's Apollo Max and one's Drip Tonic, and they taste completely different. So I'm gonna guess that the top name is what it's actually called. When it comes to these mutations with the bottom coil airflow, you gotta make sure you definitely don't want to flood it. Because if you flood it, it's gonna come out of those holes, get all up in your 510 connection, get sticky, you know, nobody wants that. That's a bad thing. So as you see, we got her all juiced up. She's not, you know, spraying huge clouds right out of the bat, out of it, but I don't want it to do that, because then you're just spraying juice all over the place when you're trying to check it. So I have the flavor chaser connector on there. I have it at 90 watts, 0.5 ohms. I know that's kind of high, guys, but you got to realize it is a Clapton out of 26 gauge. It's not going to work the greatest. I mean, 0.5 is perfect for me. It works great. We have her at 6.8 6.84 volts. Flavor chaser on top. I have the side airflows open about halfway on both sides, and the bottom airflows completely open. Choked on a little bit there. See, she does a good job. As you can see, great vapor production. Of course, with this flavor chaser on there, it's not going to be as strong, but she works great. The mutationx V4 is amazing. Here's the box of it. mutationx V4. Got her yesterday, like I said in my video, at the Vape Lounge in Springdale, Arkansas. Thing ran me about $36, which isn't too bad. Compared to online, you get them for about $30. So $6 extra to get it right away. Perfect. Doesn't bother me at all. Did cost me about $50 because I did have to buy my Canthal and my my wick, which I prefer the Bacon Cotton. This is Bacon Bits because it's a smaller bag, just for a starter kit. Works great, works wonderfully, especially on this RX200. The sky blue looks good with the rest of the mod. It is a little lighter blue, but that doesn't bother me at all. It works really well with this mod. Just juice her up one more time. I'm going to come in for a little closer to see if you can see it coming through that clear flavor chaser barrel. So when you go to fill this, you just kind of want to strum it on there about 2-3 times. That'll get you a good amount of vapes going. Like I said, I got my my airflows closed off about halfway, so one full diagonal air post plus half of the second one, both sides, airflows on the bottom completely open. So here we go. Let's see if you can see it coming through. It's a little hard to see on camera, but it works great. One thing I do not like, since it's clear, you can see all that juice up in there. All that vapor condensing down in it. That's one thing I don't like about it. So we're going to take her off and reattach the regular wide bore drip tip. There you go. And of course, all this thing is a piece of plastic with an O-ring on top. I put the O-ring on there myself because I felt like I was losing vapor through there. So I put an O-ring on there. Uh-oh. Comes with your regular goodies. A couple O-rings. My screwdriver is not in here. It's in my Rillo box because I was building my Clapton on here. It comes with 4 extra screws for your post holes, and it comes with these little silicone air blockers for your bottom air holes. That's about all I got to say today, guys. It works great. We're going to take a couple puffs off it so you can see it without the flavor chaser on it. As you see, the vapor was a little thicker on that one. But that is all I have for today, guys. If you're looking for your preference of juices, I would say the Guava Lava, Drip Tonic, or Apollo Max. They both work great. Cosmic Fog is my favorite. D2s are pretty good. I wouldn't suggest the Banana Slamma. It's not the greatest. Cyclops Vapor does a good job with their ratios. And like I said, Cosmic Fog, Kryptonite, my favorite flavor. So, that's it for today. This is Vapist 001. Hide your mods and hide your tanks because I'm vaping everything up in here.